Last class we have discussed classification of tokens, and I already told you those who having the 2-3 year experience in C or any development but they doesn't know the tokens, what are the tokens in the programming, but they have used the token, that is a keyword identifier, everything they have used, but they don't know the what is meaning of tokens. So the basic things are very required, basic things are very important to know this one. So in the C language or any programming language, the tokens are classified. What is in by token? That is a small part of program. So these are the some tokens: keywords, identifier, string, operator, constant, special characters that we have seen. What are the keywords? Keywords means what? Reserved words. Means it performs some specific task. This reserved words or keywords we can't use as a variable name. There are 32 keywords or reserved words available in the C programming. What are they? They are this here. Auto, double, integer, struct, whatever that. So that we are going to cover everything during this program or during this C training. All will be covered. So this is about keywords. Keyword is also the token. So today we are going to see the next token, that is what? Identifiers in the C. What are the identifier? What is meant by identifiers? While writing the any program, we must have to know the tokens. To learn the any programming language, we must have to know the tokens of that programming language. What are the tokens are available in that programming language? If you learn carefully about the C programming language, basically strong, then each and every programming you can learn, no problem. So I'm giving you, actually I'm telling to you those who are passed out from computer and IT branch, that is a engineer 4-year engineering degree. Also they are unable to write a proper C program because I have taken a lot of interviews. So in my 12 year of experience, 4 to 5 years I have taken the interviews. After completion of engineering in computer IT, they are unable to write a C program, simple program. They don't know the files also. But in this training we are going to learn everything. Okay. So the next topic is our next token is our identifiers. Okay, very good. Identifier. So what is an identifier? This all this element you are going to write in this programming we use in the real-time program. Save as class 5. Yes. Second one is identifiers. So what is in by identifiers in a program? When we give any name to the programming element, then that name we can say that is an identifier. For example, suppose I am using one variable in C programming. How to declare the variable? Data type and variable name. Suppose int is the data type and the variable name I am writing var. And here I am initializing value also. Var is equal to 10, or if you not initialize, just declared. So var is, that is known as variable. Var is the value. But who given the name var? Who given the name? User, means a programmer given the name. Okay, use the proper term, that is a programmer. Don't use the user also. किताबों में यही लिखा है कि यूजर डिफाइन फंक्शन एंड प्री डिफाइन फंक्शन. यूजर नहीं डिफाइन करते फंक्शन, प्रोग्रामर डिफाइन करते हैं फंक्शन. यूजर यूज करता है एप्लीकेशन. अभी न्यू बुक्स में वो चेंज होके आएंगे, लेकिन ओल्ड में हम यही पढ़ते हैं, यूजर डिफाइन फंक्शन प्री डिफाइन फंक्शन। अब यूजर थोड़ी ना डिफाइन करते फंक्शन, यूजर तो एप्लीकेशन को यूज करते, कौन डिफाइन करते फंक्शन? प्रोग्रामर, वी आर द प्रोग्रामर। सो हियर वेयर इज द नेम, who is given the name? Where programmer has given the name, where I have given the name, that is what where. So that where is known as identifiers. For example, now find fact is the name of function. Okay, find fact is the name of function, means find a factorial. I am writing here something code, fact is equal to fact into I, something. Okay, fact is equal to fact into I, something code. Don't bother about this code, don't worry, don't take any tension. Okay, just consider here, just look at here this name of function. What is that? Name of function. You can give the return type also, no problem. So this is the block of code is here. Okay, so the find fact, what is this? When we use the open parenthesis and close parenthesis, what we can say? फंक्शन। जब भी हम ओपन पैरेंथेसिस क्लोज पैरेंथेसिस हम लेते हैं किसी नाम को, हम बोलते हैं उसको फंक्शन। सो द फंक्शन नेम, हु इज गिवन द नेम? प्रोग्रामर, आई एम गिवन द नेम। व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट फंक्शन? फाइंड फैक्ट, यूजर डिफाइन, वी कैन से द प्रोग्रामर डिफाइन फंक्शन। दिस नेम इज नोन एज आइडेंटिफायर, इसको हम बोलते हैं आइडेंटिफायर। जो भी नेम, एनी नेमिंग कन्वेंशन, the name we are giving to the programming element, that is known as what? Identifiers. वेरिएबल का नाम, एरे का नाम, फंक्शन का नाम, स्ट्रक्चर का नाम, यूनियन का नाम, लेबल्स, whatever you are giving the name to the programming element, that's known as an identifier. Then what are the rules for the identifiers? Okay, that we'll see step by step, don't worry. First of all, we are going to write something about the identifier. Identifier means what? That is the valid names which are given to the programming elements. For example, we can give the name to the variables. Integer A is the name of variables. Who is given this name? I have given this name. Programmer is given this name, A. We can say that is an very identifier. Suppose character array, I am taking here character array. A name is a variable name. It's a character array. Who is given the name? Programmer. We can say identifier. But I can't write like this way. 1A. So these are the some identifier rules. We can't start a variable name from 1 or any digits. We have the some rules. We'll see. Don't worry. Step by step. First of all, write down about something about the identifiers. It's a valid name which are given to the programming element. An identifier and identifiers are valid names that are given to various programs element. For example, what are the elements? Variable, functions. For example, what are that? Elements means what? We can use the variable to store the data. Want to store the student data? What we have the for student? क्या क्या रहता है student को? Student name. So you have to take the one variable for storing the name of student. Student having the roll number. Take one variable to store roll number of student. Students have the marks also. This field is also available to take one variable to store the marks also. Okay, that is known as variable that varies the values. And we need to store the data. Structures, array, function, which all are the separate chapter we have. Separate chapters we have. Labels also. We can also give the name to the labels, etc. So that term, that is known as what? An identifier. सो आइडेंटिफायर नेम हम कैसे देते हैं, which are valid and which are not valid. Most of the things variable name we always give as alphabets. Okay, the identifier is composed of letters, means alphabet. Alphabets, there are how much alphabets, how many there are 26 to 52 alphabets are here, 52 alphabets, small a to z and capital A to Z. I have given difference between the small a to z and capital A to Z because their ASCII values are different. Small a ASCII value started from 97. Capital A, the ASCII code of capital A is 65, B 66 and so on. Each special characters have their ASCII code. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So it is composition of alphabets, digit we can also use. Okay, so I am writing here an identifier. Digit can be used, but digit alphabets के बाद ही यूज कर सकते हैं, उसके पहले नहीं लिख सकते हम. So there are some rules for writing the identifier or variable names. And identifiers can be composed of letter such as uppercase letter, lowercase letter, 26, 26, 52, comma, digits, but digit हमेशा starting letter हमेशा alphabets. Starting letter should either can alphabet, but the starting letter should alphabet can be composed of letter such as lowercase, uppercase, comma, digit. I am writing here underscore also. Underscore, comma, digits, but starting letter should be alphabet. Okay. So there are underscore से भी हम start कर सकते हैं. I will show you. Don't worry. Okay. 52. There are 52 alphabets. There are 52 alphabets. One underscore, that is also valid, and digit is what? 0 to 9. So combination of this you can use the variable name or identifier, that is identifier. Okay, variable name is also the identifier. Now and उसके बाद और एक main point है क्या? We cannot use keywords as an identifier. We cannot use keywords as an identifier. Okay, हम keywords को use नहीं कर सकते हैं as a variable name or anything else, because this is the reserved words. They have some special meaning. An identifier should not reserve word. Should not reserve words. Now see the some following are the valid identifier. Following are the valid identifier. Okay, you can tell me which is valid or invalid. Yes, small n, you can write variable name or identifier, that is n. Okay, this is okay. Can write perimeter name, we can't write the space between this. Okay, then tax 001, that is also valid. Capital N is also valid. Roll underscore number, yes, that is also valid. Temp variable name, that is also valid. So date of birth I want to write here, date underscore OF underscore BIRTH birth. Okay, you can also valid, that is also valid. Underscore से start कर सकते हैं, that is also valid. Underscore RN and end with underscore, that is also valid. We can start with the capital letter, tax 001, then digit, that is also valid. These are the valid identifiers. But you can give the space between the two letter or character. After underscore you can write. See here, what are the rules? Use 52 alphabets, underscore and digit. Should start with alphabets. Digit से start नहीं कर सकते हैं, otherwise it gives an error. Again, what are the invalid identifiers? After that, I will show you practically. See the invalid identifier. Suppose I am writing 2000 tags, anything else. This is invalid. Why? Because it is started from digits. So always the first character must be alphabet और underscore also valid. पहला कैरेक्टर हमेशा अल्फ़ाबेट नहीं तो अंडरस्कोर होना चाहिए. देखो यहाँ पे अंडरस्कोर लिखा मैंने, ये ऐसे भी हम वेरिएबल नाम लिख सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. नेक्स्ट, that is invalid. Next one is invalid. I am writing here roll space number, that is also invalid. Why? We can't give the space, between the two character or letter. Okay, blank space, because blank space is also the special character. It's occupy the 32 bit. Blank space 32 bit लेता है. 32 bit is very important to know. Okay, so blank space cannot be used in identifier. What is identifier? It is a naming convention to the programming elements. Float, can we use the float as identifier? No, because why? It's a reserved words. We can't use the reserved words. And so many things, examples. Okay, reserved word cannot be used. Reserved words cannot be used. So this is about identifiers. You want to see one example? Yes, so I'm going to show you an example also. See, identifier is the programming element, the name which are given to the programming element, that is known as an identifier. That may be the variable, functions, array, structure, union, etc. Anything. Combination of digit, 52 alphabets and underscore we can use. Always take care about this. It not be start with the digit से start नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, it is always start with the alphabets or underscore, that is valid. Now see the one example. Turbo C. Save as ex2.c. Consider here one data type, anything data type. Suppose I am taking the data type is what, int, and the variable name is a. I'm going to directly assign this value. Suppose a is equal to 10. Now we can print this value. The value of a is equal to what? %d. What is % representing? A. Okay, that's it. Now see one variable declare and initialize. Value of a is equal to 10. That is okay. So the variable name is a, that is known as identifier. Okay, a is what? Identifier. The name which are given to the programming element, that is identifier. Now the b, now name I have changed. Output is same. Okay, so just do the b same. Okay, a is equal to 10 because a is written inside a double quote. We have written a is inside a double quote, that's it. Now okay, can you use 1b वेरिएबल नेम और यू कैन से दिस एन आइडेंटिफायर. सो यहाँ पे मैंने 1 से स्टार्ट किया. इज इट वैलिड? नो. कंपाइलेशन एरर इज देयर, 2 एरर इज देयर. व्हाट इज दैट? डिक्लेरेशन टर्मिनेटेड इनकरेक्टली, undefined symbol b. Okay, so we can't write वेरिएबल नेम और आइडेंटिफायर नेम फ्रॉम डिजिट. डिजिट से हम स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकते. द फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर मस्ट बी अल्फाबेट और अंडरस्कोर. ओके, नाउ can we start with underscore? Yes, it's valid. Proper you must have to write here. See, we can given the name to the variable or you can say the identifier. We are not learn the variable right now. Variable हम आगे पढ़ने वाले हैं. So just we are going to understanding the concept of identifier. Underscore b. Can you start with underscore? Yes, that is valid. Can run now. Yes, definitely it is working. Yes, it is working. See here, I started with underscore. It's working. See here, underscore. Observe carefully. Underscore, variable name. I can say identifier. And now, can we use underscore after that? Yes, definitely. We can also declare the variable name or you can say an identifier. See here, in Python, this syntax is known as what? Constructor. Underscore b underscore. Yes, is it valid? Perfect, it's valid. This small thing doesn't know. Okay, this is very important. Next, can you use space between the variable means identifier name? Can you use space roll space number? Can write here roll space number variable name or you can say identifier roll space number. It will give error. 2 errors are showing. Declaration syntax error, function calling is missing. So it is considered as a two things. Roll is a one thing, number is a one thing. It is considered as a roll and number one thing. You can give here the this. Okay, but roll number is a 1. I want to consider as a 1. Then you can use your underscore. Now it is valid. Yes, perfect. Now it is valid. Compile once again. Find out this error. No error and no zero warning. That means it is very okay. Okay, run this one. Perfect. We are getting this output. Perfect. It's totally valid. Then can you use the digit also? Yes, but not from starting. Roll number Okay, roll 123. It's a valid identifier name. It's a valid identifier name. I am just giving the valid identifier name to the variable only. In real time, you can give the name to the function, structure, everything, no problem. So change here name. Roll n123. Roll n123. Yes, perfect. Roll n123. What is the name here? Roll n123. Compile once again. Find out the error. No error is there. Run this. Yes, it's perfectly working. Right? It's perfectly working. So after we can write here 123 also like this way. Tax 001. We can start with the capital letter. No problem. I want to start with the capital letter. An identifier. It's working properly. No issue at all. Yes, are you understanding? Compile, zero error, run, perfect. That is an identifier. You can start with a capital letter, yes, definitely. Two underscore can be used, yes. Now, I want to use the reserved words. Okay, 32 reserved words we know. Suppose I want to give the name if, if. Actually, if is what? Is reserved words. So can you use the identifier as a name of reserved words? No, we can't use the reserved words as identifier. See here, declaration syntax error, terminate incorrectly, and expression syntax, line number 6. Okay, so that is not valid. Can you use another keyword? Suppose I want to use here else. Else is also the keyword. So we can't use here keywords as a variable name. Kindly run it. Again showing the error. We can't use. Okay, we can't use. Okay, this is perfect. Anything else remaining here? Nothing. Space is not there. Okay. So example number 2. So I'm going to copy paste from here. In the bin folder, our program will be stored. Roll 0123 is an identifier, is an valid identifier. Okay. So in that you can write anything and you can try your output. So if you don't have the PC, I will give you one online link, online compiler. Online C compiler. Or we can have also app. C++ के app भी available है. See this link I am going to paste here in chat box. You can use this online compiler and you can do the practice here. This ready-made syntax are here. Okay, only ready-made syntax are here. You can run this code, you will get the hello world output. See here in another window, hello world is opening. So if you write here your name, so whatever I code I given to you, you can write here code. So don't change integer वगैरह change मत करो यहाँ पे, as it is रहने दो. सिर्फ in this block you need to write here the code. Okay, now run here, you can see the output here. See, Gunwant is printed here. Okay, so this is the online compiler, so you can try these examples. Now next one, so the identifier is clear now. So naming convention, and valid names, how can give the valid name to the programming element. Next one is what? Constant. What are the constant in a C programming? So you can do screenshot. If you not written, you can do the screenshot fastly. Identifiers in sorry constant in the C. What are the constant? Constant means the value cannot be changed. That variable known as constant. So what are the types of constant in C? Integer constant, characters constant, floating point constant, hexadecimal constant, octal constants. Okay, so constant means the value can, once we declare this will be the final value throughout the program. When you declare the value, this will be the final throughout the program. That is known as constant. The value, उस variable की value same रहेंगी. Values are remain same. That is known as constant. So here I am writing a constant. Sometimes you can write pi is equal to 3.14. Pi value is constant. Constant is a value. We can use the keyword const keyword भी use करते हैं. ठीक है. Constant is a value or variable will remain same throughout the program. Will remain same throughout the program means that is what we can say, that is what constant value cannot be changed. That means constant value cannot be changed. Okay, ed लगा. Now see what are the examples in C language. You have some example of constant. So we have the integer constant. What are the integer constant? 10, 20, 40, anything else? 80, 90, anything here. No floating points, etc. These are, you can say, integer constant. Any number, full number, integer number. So it's having the integer constant in the, by default in the C language, integer means decimal number. It is considered as what? Decimal number, which having decimal constant. We can say decimal constant base 10. क्या रहता है उसका बेस 10 रहता है, डेसिमल कांस्टेंट. Then again, what are the constants available? Floating point constant. Floating point constant. Any value which having the some points. 0 point something, etc. Next, octal constant, those who having the base 8. Octal constant, whose base is always 8. Base is 8. So, how it is defined? Octal number, 3-digit number, that is the octal number. What is the range of octal number? 0 to 7. Total are 8. 0 to 7. Any combination of 0 to 7. That is what octal number. So we can write here 1, 2, 3. It's a octal number. Yes. 7, 6, 7. It's a octal number. Yes. 8 is not octal number. What is the range of octal number? 0 to 7. It's a range. 0 to 7. 0, 2, 3. 3-digit octal number. Yes. This is octal number. Etc. Next we have the hexadecimal constant. Decimal, hexadecimal and octal. Character constant, also the string constant. In hexadecimal number, there are 16 numbers are available. Hexadecimal number whose base is what? 16. 0 to 15 numbers are there. Okay, 0 to 9, 0 to 9 digits, then 10 to 15, that is converted into the A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. 10, A means 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, completed now. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Last one is F is equal to 15. Total how much? 16. 0 to 9, 10 to 15. This is 5, 10. Okay. A to F. We can say that is A to F. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. These are a number system in hexadecimal. Base 10. So the hexadecimal number system having the base is 16. So how it is represented in C? 0x 1a you can write 0x 1a, 0x abc, 0x abc. How it is represented 0x 223. Okay, so prefix is very important. 0x is important, that is represented as the hexadecimal number, hexadecimal constant. Okay, 8b also you can write hexadecimal constant. 0x is okay, can represent, yes, this is valid, this is also valid, etc. This is also valid. These are the hexadecimal constant. If you want to give the hexadecimal initialize करना है तो आप ऐसे initialize कर सकते हैं hexadecimal number को, right? So next we have the character constant and string constant. Character constant and string constant. What is the string constant or character constant? Single character constant. So any character we are writing in the single quote, that is known as character. Okay, you can write here 0 in the single quote, that is also the character. You can write here the A in the single quote, that is also character. You can write in the any special symbol in the single quote, that is also character. Anything we are going to write in this single quote, that is known as character constant, etc. Character constant always written in the single quote. 0 to 9 up to n, 10, 11, but must be in the encode in single quote. Asterisk, any special symbol, no problem. Then string a constant. string constant. So the things we are going to include in the double quote, that is known as a string constant. C. Okay, a single letter if you return inside a double quote, that is also string constant. C++, that is also the string constant. We can encode in the 1, that is also the string constant. 001, you are written in the double quote, that is also string constant. Can write any name, that is also string constant, etc. So this is about the string constant. We will use in the program, don't worry. %d for this floating points. How you can represent hexadecimal? How can represent like this way? So write down fast. Or simply you can take the screenshot. Notes तो मैं send करता ही हूँ. Now see one example. Example 3. Constant means what? Anything? हाँ हाँ, मिल जाएंगे. हाँ आप ले सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ले तो सकते हो, लेते जाने का. नोट्स भी मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन वो भी लेते जाने का, स्क्रीनशॉट भी लेते जाने का. हाँ नहीं नहीं, स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रखने का, लिखने का नहीं. लिखने का बाद में जब नोट्स अपलोड हो जाएंगे तब. जैसे बिफोर द एंड ऑफ आवर क्लास आई विल अपलोड द नोट्स. ओके, डेली आई विल अपलोड द नोट बिफोर एंड ऑफ द क्लास. इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू आई एम गोइंग टू अपलोड, डोंट वरी. So sometimes you can take the screenshot of program. So n is equal to 10, that is mean integer constant here. That is integer constant and it is printed. So now it's the integer constant, base is 10. Suppose int is there 1 2 3. Consider this also integer constant, but also this is an octal. So simply you can print the octal. So %o is there to print this octal number. We'll see this program. Okay, don't worry. 160 is the octal of 1 2, but by default it is this one. Okay, now n is equal to, I am giving 0x. Observe carefully. 0x10. 0x10 I am going to print here %d. So here %d means what? Decimal number is going to be print. Decimal number. Okay, decimal number is what? 10. Only 10 will be printed. You can find here 16 is printing. Okay, 0x. Now this is okay. 10 is printing. Okay. So here we have assigned as a hexadecimal number. So we can write it's a hexadecimal constant. It's a hexadecimal constant. We use here the %x. Suppose I am going to write here a. So what is going to be print here? A will be printed. Okay, so a is printed. We can represent this way, and if you written your %d, so 10 will be printed. Okay, a की value क्या है? 10 है. That is in the hexadecimal. A is represent. If you written here %d, so 10 will print. If you written here x, the hexadecimal number will printed. So just consider this is one hexadecimal constant. These are the hexadecimal constant. Character constant. Char. Take one variable. Ch is equal to. In a single quote, you can write anything. 1. Print. This is what I am giving here comment. So compiler is not going to be read or compile. Compiler is not reading this comment. Compiler is skip this one. So I want to print here character. Character is equal to %c ch. So here the character will be printed. So 1 will be printed. It will give an error. Semicolon is missing. Semicolon is missing. Give proper semicolon. Save this one. Okay. See, the character is equal to 1. This is what character constant. In the single quote, you can write anything. Suppose I am writing in the single quote, that is what star. Star will be printed. It's a character constant. A. A will be print. Can write anything. Now, string constant. So string is not data type in the C language. Then how we can use the string? This is our next topic. How we can use the string in the C. Okay, that is our next topic. You are not started program it. Okay, just example I am going to showing you. This overview examples are here. It's only just overview. Only overview I am giving you. The format or the syntax of C structure I have not given to you. But you are familiar now. You are with the familiar with the tree structure. But everything I will explain. Why we right click this one, why we return there void, why int is there, and what will be happen if you not return there void main return नहीं दिया क्या करेंगे get cs ने लिखा तो क्या हो जाएगा. Everything I will explain, don't worry, just wait. Next one is, this is about our identifier and constant. So the next one is what? After the constant, the fourth one is, what is the next one? String. Yes, correct. String constant. Actually, string is not data type in the C language. Or you can say first we are going to see the built-in data types.